Good evening, Mr. Daly. Welcome to the committee. You have 3 minutes for your testimony on S-219.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. So my name is Nathan Daly, and I'm 29 years old, and I live in Providence, Rhode Island, and I'm combining my testimony in strong support on Senate Bills 540 and 219. So I'm here today to testify that the unfair and racist disparities in access to clean air, clean water, and affordable housing that we have in our state are unacceptable. No one deserves lead in their water or to grow up with asthma. And my brother suffered from asthma growing up, and so I can tell you that it is truly awful. He really loves sports, and so he willingly suffered through the hours of vomiting that hit him after every basketball game, caused by not being able to suck down enough oxygen while he played, until we later learned that it was because of his asthma. No one deserves that. But it happens disproportionately often to kids who live in polluted areas like South Providence, where there are neighborhoods with some of the highest rates of asthma in the country. But we're here tonight because you have the opportunity to change that. As you all know, we're facing a series of crises, all reaching a tipping point together. The climate crisis, the global pandemic, mass unemployment, racial injustice, the affordable housing shortage, accelerating evictions, and more. But the beautiful thing about this situation is that so many of these crises overlap, and we can address them together with a Green New Deal like the Rescue Rhode Island Act. We have the chance to put people to work cleaning up the Port of Providence, building more affordable housing, and installing green energy infrastructure, including solar panels on people's homes as part of this housing bill. And so that's why we're here today. And Senator Archambault, or Chair, please direct my comments to Senator Archambault. I wanted to speak to your point about our commitments that people have been making in these testimonials. I recognize that this is uncomfortable, but I want to be clear that this is not a threat. It's not coercion. It is a clear and honest reflection of the movement that has risen up across Rhode Island and the United States. The Green New Deal is the inevitable future for this state and for this country. We will only be judged on how long it takes before we can enact it. And I hope we can have you on our side as soon as possible. And so just like many of the people you've heard today, last year I made thousands of phone calls, knocked hundreds of doors, and I was also extremely fortunate to be in the position to donate more than $10,000 in total for progressive candidates in Rhode Island who championed this exact legislation. I've never done anything like that before. I'm not a political big donor, but I did because this legislation cannot wait. Senators, I would love to bring that same energy to supporting you in your next election in 2022 if you can listen to the people of Rhode Island, reduce pollution, and expand access to housing. I want to celebrate your support that this made it out of committee and that it was voted successfully. But if for some reason you cannot stand up to that task, I am committed to finding a candidate who will and to supporting them in the next election. Thank you so much for your time.